This today is a response to all of the quick internet hypes, misleading and mischaracterization and distortion of truth on the character of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. The internet, and this, as you, as anyone now, I know in here in the United States, in the free world, if you type today the words Dalai Lama, and a lot of the information comes first. This, all the kind of you know, boy, and it's to sexualize and mischaracterize and mislead the public opinions to try to defame the holy, sacred, genuinely, what believers also believe, the reincarnation of the Bodhisattva, the symbol of compassion, the symbol of true hope, symbol of peace. So we know, and today I want to quickly, in a brief, because the subject is massive, but we know for many years, and a lot of these hypes, if you look into it, many youngsters, many YouTubers, and very short hypes. And so I wonder, and I wonder, for many years, these kind of defamation, these kind of a censorship, these kind of media dilution has been done in China. So the communist, fascist, authoritarian, corrupt communist regime in China spends more money and more people and more forces of power to censor and oppress and distort information in China for all of these decades, the biggest propaganda machine in the world. And now the tentacles of the Communist Party is reaching in the free world, and now they're attacking and very covertly buying medias, buying YouTubers, buying behind the doors, buying different medias to try to instigate and spread misinformations. So this video that many now, sadly, many, hopefully no one gets misled. This video that now, we see about the kids being kissed without showing all of the context, without showing the uh, all of the subject is absolutely a very clear sign. Here is a picture of His Holiness Dalai Lama, as you can see, with the Desmond Tutu, and maybe somebody can also hide these kind of informations. But what is more important? What is more important to realize is that the Communist Party, the U.S. Intelligence Committee, and many of the intelligence committees around the world for decades, and now this is not just now, for decades have confirmed that the CCP, the Communist Party, uses internet to spread propaganda. And let's go to check what is propaganda. Okay, propaganda propaganda is propaganda is information, especially of biased and misleading nature. Okay, now we know what is propaganda. So the Communist Party uses sophisticated internet censorship systems in the past known as the Great Wall Firewall. I don't know how great that is, but it's definitely a tool that the authoritarian regimes use to suppress truth and oppress people. And that's why the largest expenses that the Communist Party is spend, larger than their overall military budget, is on, oppressing the people of Tibet, people of Uyghur, people of Mongols, the communists, the Chinese democracy activists, the writers, the musicians, the press, the free thinkers, the Falun Gongs, and any other who has a free mind to think. And so let me read this. So the Communist Party uses sophisticated internet censorships and now, of course, the AI also to block or access to block to block access to foreign website or social media platforms and monitor censors online content within China. And today now it's coming out of China. And the Communist Party, the CCP, also employs extensive networks of online commentator. In these videos that we see now, we see a lot of these commentators give very bad commentaries, and when you go check, who they are, there's no really like links to who they are. So that is a sign that the Communist Party from all the way from China is now spreading misleading informations and trying to defame. The biggest fear to the Communist Party is to let the world know that Tibet for thousands of years have been an independent sovereign nation, and they have illegally attacked and suppressed and killed millions of people in Tibet, and then using their economic leverage to coerce other nations, to sign Tibet is part of China, Tibet is part of China, that mantra, the lie that the Communist Party have been coercing many nations even today. But today I'm upset because it's mind-boggling, and it is the people in the free world, in democratic countries like India and our Indian brothers and sisters, people in America, our American brothers and sisters, and in everywhere, anywhere within China or everywhere in the world, now or later, whoever wish to live in a free, open, transparent, honest society needs to be little concerned at this kind of a situation when information is now distorted to try to defame. And then many would say His Holiness the Dalai Lama issued an apology. His Holiness the Dalai Lama is in send, is a forgiving, loving. He wished no harm on anyone. He always puts him as the servant to serve for the well-being of all. And so whatever might disturb the public, he wants to calm and contribute. So he will forgive and apologize at any point if it causes any amount of, intentionally or not. And now they're using that as the anchor to spread even more. And then some of the people who do not know the entire context and the content of the macro images, and now also kind of using all kinds of, so they specifically targeted that one little picture of His Honor's Dalai, like showing a tongue, and then hugging out of love. It's just like there's so much love that we love and hug our animals, our kids, and in public in front of thousands of people. In short, I want to I want to alarm the people and hope more people would actually wake up to realize there is such thing as sacred and holy beings whose whose hundreds of thousands of videos and books are mainly dedicated to serve, to better the human societies, for the betterment of human conditions, for the betterment of our world. And that is the real picture of His Holiness Dalai Lama. And then taking these small clips to try to distort are the actions done by the CCPs and some of the fools who get maybe misled. And so I hope this small video would bring some awakening, bring some, clarity, And I would urge everyone to do some studies and don't just blindly follow the Insta culture. And and so let me read. The Communist Corrupt Chinese government has invested significant amount of resources into effort to suppress uh, information, suppress Tibetan culture and the control of the Tibetan people as variety of tactics. They use force to quell protests, imposition of censorship, surveillance measures, and information blockage, promotion of government control version of rewritten history, disregarding reality, and uh, and the Chinese government also uses economic incentives and forms of coercion to pressure other countries to avoid engaging with the Dalai Lama and or any Tibetan leaders. And I would I would ask people to do some studies, and I would ask people to go on websites like China and website like the Human Rights the Human Rights Watch, and then I would also ask people to go and explore China digital space. And the New York Times have also briefings on the internet publishers that are detained and China's master political propaganda for Instagram age. And this is from New York. And the Freedom House also have writings on these kind of propagandas. I would urge everyone to search. And the and this is the citizenslab.com. They also have in the past written articles about these events. And and then at last, I would ask people to go on looking for this video. Uh, this is the House on China's committee holds hearing on Chinese Communist Party's threat to America. This just recently happened in on February 28th. And within this is I watched the whole thing. Within this, it also states many different factors and facets in our time the Communist Party is using to try to influence other countries and medias. And they're also using YouTubers, paying YouTubers to try to mislead public opinions. And so today, all of this that's that's happening, and then when you type the Dalai Lama, the first thing that's coming up is all of this, apologies and the kissing boys issues. And the reason these things are popping up on the front, and some of these YouTubers, poor YouTubers, really, some of them very probably did not know the entire context, and they're spreading these. And I don't know how many of them are fully paid by, behind the door. But this is a sad reality. The truth of the matter, the truth of the matter is people really needs to study Tibet. People really need to study His Holiness Dalai Lama and the culture, and do not bring half-baked stories. And I hope more people will have a slightly uh, a slightly more fuller pictures. And like one of our friends says, he's on his Dalama, he's in the Tibetan belief and in action, he's fully a living Buddha, we could say a living Jesus who's walking in our time, and who is a true spiritual teacher, who wherever he works he always tries to he always serves people, including children and elders, and in many. Uh, I think I found also if I could find that, the picture of the family. So this is the entire picture of the family, and somebody edited the, so I think, as the event becomes more clear, so the family hopefully will speak about these if it's necessary at all. But what is mind-boggling and shocking to me is the speed with which, so that makes me wonder what is going to happen next, like how much misinformation and how much money, and how long did the communist parties, like the special internet trooper agency, have prepared, and how much money did they spend in India or in other countries, youtubers and medias, to try to defame the Dalai Lama? And how scared is the Communist Party of China to a holy Buddhist monk? And are they really scared of telling the truth and rejoining and reuniting and freeing people from oppression? So I hope this video will bring some kind of a positive light. And my main point is, rise in love, do not fall in fear. Rise in love, do not fall in fear. Thank you.